Hello guys, welcome back to another Decent FPS video. Today I'm gonna be showing you my best beginner's guide. I'm gonna be explaining you stuff from level 1 to level 50, everything you need to know. So let's get straight into it. So how to get the most FPS out of the game. Your game is gonna look very potato, so have that in mind, right? So let me show you my settings. 1920 by 1080, full screen, brightness to full, graphics quality, profile custom, core CPU cores, shadows disabled, texture resolution medium, shader quality high, target FPS 120, VSync on, win bars off, HUD on, everything else off, remove bodies on. And body effects on. Now let me show you how the game looks like outside. This is how the game looks very potato, but have in mind you are gonna be able to see everything with this type of settings, and you'll gain a lot of FPS with this type of settings. Now here is the graphic settings, how to make your game look decent and have a decent FPS. So let me show you the settings. 1920 by 1080, full screen, brightness to full, graphics quality custom, uses CPU's cores 4, shadows disabled, texture resolution medium, shader quality high, target FPS 20, VSync on, HUD on. As you can see, this thing's on. Right, now let me show you outside how does the game look like. As you can see, we have around 60 FPS. This is how the game looks like from outside. As you can see, 60 FPS. We have 3 save zones in this game. Level 1, the Elbow, level 20, Haverbrook, and level 40, Greywood. The Elbow is gonna be your starting zone, which is located right here. Once you get to level 20, this is the mid-game zone. You want to move to Haverbrook, so this is where you're gonna stay for a while. And at end game, you want to move to Greywood. That's a level 40 zone. So here are some things you should know about the Outpost. In the Outpost, you'll find some NPCs, and you'll find the trader, cosmetic trader, account stash, right? Your mailbox, where you check what mail you got, and like if you sold some things, or like if we received some message from somebody, then notice board, which there are leaderboards. You can start all missions here, and you can hand in missions here. But one of the really important thing is there are outpost attacks. Each outpost attack happens every 4 hours. The easiest one is the Elbow, all right? The second hardest one is Haverbrook, and the most difficult one is Greywood. As it says, when you press M, you'll see it says next outpost attack in. It says 29 minutes. So the outpost attack is random and happens every 4 hours. It lasts 20 minutes. And you'll see like the orange square, like it will be like flickering somewhere, like between one of these outposts. It will be flickering, and this is where the outpost attack happens. So if there is gonna be a health bar, and if you win, you're gonna get debuff. Depends how many enemies have you killed. If we are gonna be successful with the outpost attack, you can get outpost defender, which is gonna give you 20% XP gain, 20% find ammo quantity, 20% find elite and unique item chance. Or if you get the Outpost Guardian, it's gonna give you 40% XP gain, 40% find ammo quantity, 40% find elite and find unique chance. If we fail the Outpost attack, if we do not succeed in defending it, all the NPCs will be gone in the outpost for 2 hours, except the trader. So have that in mind. Right, so here are the skills you don't want to pick. You click tab, and you'll see here it says add skill. Then you click that. Right, I'm level 50, prestige 10, so I have 60 skills at disposal, 60 skill points. The skills you don't want to take is Survivor. That's the super useless. Do not ever take that on your bossing or looting character, whatever. And the second skill is Tracker. Do not ever think about those skills. You can use Tracker on your storage character. Your character has 4 passive skills. It is Stealth, or how you want to call it, crouching, sneaking, quick reflexes, which is dodge, kickboxing, which is like kick you're gonna do with your leg, and fourth one, lockpick. So how do you crouch? Well, left control, it's gonna make you less visible to the enemies and you'll make less noise, but as soon as you get out of it, like you have like a second, you're gonna become visible and enemies gonna spot you. The next one is kick, which is left alt, and you're gonna knock back and stun enemies. The third one is quick reflexes dodge, which is a space bar. For the period of time that you dodged, you cannot get hit, you cannot get damaged or anything. And the fourth one, lockpick, is the thing you can get, like you can get lockpick chance on the items, or you can get it also, you can get the skill, you can get it up to 75%, and you have 75 chance of lockpicking the doors. Simple as that. So here are the skills that you want to have on every gun build, your core skills, alright? For mobility, it's completely up to you. You either go sprinter or jogger, completely up to you guys. It's up to you to decide. Sprinter is 1.5 times faster than jogger, but it's harder to build. Jogger is much easier to build, so have that in mind. So your core skills for every gun build is, alright, it's your weapon expert skill, alright? Have that in mind. Then the next one is Headhunter. Another one, Quick Shot, Marksman, Reloading, and we're missing Hunter. Those are your core skills that you want to have on every gun build. No matter what kind of a gun you're using, you want to have it on every gun build. Have that in mind. We have 4 mobility stat skills, how you want to call it. First one, sprinter. Second one, jogger. Third one is walk speed, and fourth one is sneaking. So as I explained, sprinter is 1.5 times faster than jogger, and it's much easier to build jog. Sprinter is really hard to build and can be really expensive, but with sprinter you're gonna be faster. It's completely up to you. You can go for jog. My personal preference is sprint. So the jog, so sprint is when we do this, all right? This is sprinting, all right? Jogging is this is jogging. Walk speed is when we aim. This is our walk speed. Or when we reload the gun, example. Oh, wait, I need to shoot some bullets. All right, this is our walk speed. And sneaking or sneak speed is this. So those are all the mobility skills and stats that you need to know about. What build should we go for as a starter? The best build for the starter, and it's not very expensive and you can do anything with that, it's good in every aspect of the game, is rifle build, guys. Why? Rifle has it's quite cheap. Ammo is quite cheap to use. Depends how you build it. It can be very expensive and can be very cheap, but if you go just for damage per shot, it can be quite cheap and very strong. The build can fit anywhere. Can fit in bossing, looting, doing missions, purple zones, or world events, however you want to call them. It can fit anywhere. So I highly advise you to go for a rifle as your first character. So as every other game, healing is a big part of the game. We have a lot of medical items in this game, but one of the main ones you must know about and that are really important, and you'll be using them a lot at the end game, is paramedic bag, which cures bleeding, burns, and infection. We have 4 types of diseases in the game, which is infection, bleeding, you can get burned, and you can get radiation, sorry. And you're gonna use antibiotics for the infection. bandage if you're bleeding, burn kit if you're burnt, and iodine tablets if you are if you got radiation. Here's one tip and trick. If you didn't get damaged for less 2 minutes and you are low on HP and you have some kind of disease, you're like, I don't know, infected or whatever, you're bleeding. If you look at your XP bar right here, or if you go to the full stats example, if you fill that up and you were not damaged in the last 2 minutes, you'll cure any kind of a disease you have, whatever it is. You're gonna cure it and you're gonna get to full HP. Unless, if you're not damaged for the last 2 minutes. Also, what you can do if you're really close to leveling up, if you enter, example, this is the boss room example, and we enter it, and we get inside and we kill the first target that we see, like whatever target we see, zombie, whatever we see in front of us. Sorry for this loading screen. And here is example, this is a zombie. We kill it, we level up. You are gonna get rid of all these infections, bleeding, whatever thing you have. You're gonna get rid of it and you're gonna get to full HP. So if you enter to the another instance, you're gonna get to the full HP. Have that in mind. That's a really good trick. We have 5 damage stats in the game: headshot damage, body damage, surprise damage, damage against mutated, and damage against infected. Well, as it says, headshot damage, it only applies to the head, if you hit the head. Body damage, it only applies if you hit the body. Body is everything, feet, hands, whatever you hit counts as a body damage. Everything that's under a neck, it's under the head, is body damage. Surprise damage is like when we're sneaking and only applies to the melee weapons, and we swing it, and if we have not been spotted, that's a surprise damage. Damage versus mutated is damage against bosses and only applies to the bosses. Damage versus infected is damage against zombies and only applies to the zombies. So how do we calculate damage stats? Alright, example, go to the full stats and you'll see my weapon, alright? It says headshot damage 19.53, alright? And we have damage versus mutated, alright? So it will mean 19.53 times 2.65. That's how you calculate the damage. Same for the body, same for the surprise. That's how you calculate it. So you go damage versus mutated times headshot damage, or damage versus mutated times body damage, or damage versus mutated times surprise damage. Same with the damage versus infected. Here's one tip about the damage stats. If it says weapon headshot, it means it only applies to that weapon. If it says headshot, it means it's a global stat and applies to all the weapons. Same for the body damage, same for the attack speed. As long as it does not say weapon, as long as it doesn't have weapon in the name, it means it's a global stat and applies to every weapon. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is missions or quests, which play a big part in this game. So where can you get the quest or mission? So you can either go to like NPC like this. It says, you see the name and you see that oh my god, exclamation mark. That means this NPC has a quest for you. If you talk to it, it's gonna give you a quest. Example, there you go. Many of us are forgetting just how much danger the mutated one pose, blah blah blah. Kill bosses and return to Ivory in the Elbow Police Department, Elbow, to receive a reward. And here we go, we receive how much, this is how much cash and XP we receive. All right, and once we finish the quest, we can get to this person and give it back. Or if we have multiple quests and we finish them, we go to this notice board and we go hand in missions. Or also what you can do, you can click here, start all missions here, and it's gonna take all the quests from all the NPCs in this outpost. And so here's a tip when you're doing quests or missions. Before you hand them in, you want to have all the XP gear equipped on you. And also get the Outpost Guardian if you need so. 300% is maximum XP gain you can have. So before you hand in missions, equip all the gear, and then you go here, you click hand in missions, alright? Then you'll finish all the missions. But here's another thing. How to know where your quest is. Once you get a quest, it's gonna show you, it's gonna be like a green square, and that's where your quest is. That's where you need to go to finish the quest. Also, another thing, guys, there is a mission guide that people do every day for the quest on Dead Frontier 2 official Discord. I'm gonna leave a link down below to their official Discord, and you can find mission guides that people do every day. This is your account stash. You can find the account stash in each of the save zones or outposts, however you want to call them. It's shared between all the characters, between all the outposts. Your account stash is going to be 40 at the start. I have the account bundle upgrade, so I have 1040, so have that in mind. So this is our car. Your car will be located outside of the outpost. You can travel to 3 outposts with the car. There's Elbow, Haverbrook, and Greywood. Your car will be located at each one of them. You can also travel to the Killing Grounds, which is a PvP zone. You can use your car as the storage, but have in mind, the storage is not shared between the characters. Also, you will have damaged car parts. Have that in mind. Mine are the better ones, rare ones, which you can loot or buy off the market. So this is a trader. This is a market. This game has a player-driven market. You can buy stuff here. Like example, you can choose, there are filters, you can choose whatever, food, drinkables, medical items, clothing, ammo, weapon, fuel, vehicle parts, backpacks, upgrades, crafting, credits. Or if you want to sell, you click sell. And then you have your items. An example, you click sell. You can, it's always gonna show you the price of the item that was last sold, so have that in mind. Also, you can scrap the items, which will give you some cash. Some items are better to scrap than sell, so have that in mind. These are our private trades. We have outgoing offers and incoming offers. Outgoing offers is the items that we send to somebody, and incoming offers is the items that somebody sends to us. Now, how to make most of your account with the inventory and everything. So here's the trick. If you didn't upgrade your account, you can have 2 characters. One character you can use for looting and bossing. The second character you can use it as the storage. So you can use your market selling slots. These are upgraded. Have in mind, you'll have 20 only, so you can use them, and you can put item for 9 million, like the highest price example. You take this and you put 9,000,000.9999. All right, and then it's gonna say 30 days, right, remaining when you put it. The item, when it expires, is gonna stay here, and you can remove it whenever you want, or it's gonna stay here forever. So have that in mind. Also, you can do it with the private trades. You can send it from your other character, your character. It's gonna be here in outgoing offers, and it's gonna stay here. Like you're gonna see it forever on the from the character where you sent it. You're gonna see it forever, but on the other character you won't be able to see it, and you'll be able to cancel it and take it out whenever you want. World events, or as people call them, purple zones. What are they? So purple zones or world events are these things on the map located. There is each purple zone or world event. Every 20 minutes they reset. So there's 4 of them on the map right now, and every 20 minutes they're gonna reset. There's a timer, as it says right now: kill fat male zombies, kill fat female zombies. We have to kill them, and once you kill them we get these rewards. So I'm gonna go straight to there and show you how it looks like. So here we are, guys. We're approaching the purple zone or world event, however you want to call it. And now we have to kill the zombies. It says fat zombies. These are the fat ones, fat male zombies. Have in mind, you won't be able to one-shot him if you just started the game. My character is pretty much maxed out, so he has really easy time here. So this is how it looks like. have in mind the higher level zone it is, the harder it's gonna be. So this is really easy and simple, but once you get to like level 30, 40, like 50 purple zone, things can get quite messy, quite hard, so have that in mind. Let me finish it. Since a few more male ones. Reload. We got hit and we didn't even feel that. Alright, male one's dead. Now we just gotta kill the female ones. It's gonna probably take some time to get the reward because there's always delay most of the times. There we go. And that is the world event or purple zone, however you wanna call it, guys. So we have like 4 types that enemies can be, like have diseases, and it's like burning one, infected one, irradiated one, and bloody one. Burning and infected one does the aura damage to you. Those type of enemies will deal aura damage to you, and if you're close to them, you'll take damage. Bloody enemies deal 50% more damage, and irradiated enemies have 20% more HP. So those were the 4 types. Now here are 5 mutations that enemies can have. First one, spin one. They'll have their body parts covered in bones. Second one, cystic one. They'll have like those cysts on their head and body parts. Third one is sided one. They'll have like sights, like really long hands with sights. Fourth one, tentacles. You'll see like tentacles on their body parts. And fifth one, optic ones. They'll have like the eye on the head. So how does each works? Like the let's start first with the spin ones. So they their body parts are covered in bones, and sometimes the whole head will be covered in bones and you cannot shoot the head. So that's how it is. Then we have the cystic one. Like if you hit the cyst, it's gonna explode and gonna deal damage to you and have chance of stunning you. Can deal quite a lot of damage, guys, so watch out for that. Next one is sided ones. Those, if they hit you, they deal a lot of damage to you and they'll stun you for quite long period of time, so watch out for those. They have super long reach and does a lot of damage. Next one is tentacle ones. Those will pull you towards, like if the enemy is like behind you, the tentacles will pull you, stun you towards the boss. They have also extra HP, so watch out for those. They can be quite tanky and can be quite dangerous if they are fast. And the last one, optic ones. Those are the ones with the eyes. They have the eye on the head. If the eye is closed and you are using a gun, you cannot damage them, you cannot knock them back or stun them with a gun, unless it's a melee weapon. If it's a melee weapon, then you can, but unless you hit the eye, if the eye is closed and you're hitting the eye, you won't deal anything. But if the eye is open and you hit them, you'll most likely kill them. They're really weak, but cannot kill them or damage them if you do not hit the eye. Eye must be open. Right now I'm gonna show you the difference. 10 levels each is gonna be a difference between each boss that I'm gonna kill. First I'm gonna start level 1, then I move to 10, then I move to 20, then I move to 30, then I move to 40, then I move to 50. Alright? Alright guys, so we're on our way to level 1 boss. So this is the type of building you want to be doing bosses. This is the household. I'm gonna go upstairs, and these 3 red question marks means it's a boss room. So this is the boss. He's gonna die really fast, and there we go. This is the how does it look like. It's a level 1, so yeah, of course I'm gonna one-shot it, and there we go. We got very beanie head, which is really bad. So yeah, now next boss. Right now we're in level 10 zone. This is one of the type of buildings that also wanna do bosses. Here we go, level 10 boss. Need to acquire. I'm gonna keep the distance with this guy, and there we go. Load him again. And really bad item. To the next one, level 20. Okay guys, now we're in level 20 zone. This is also type of building that you want to do. This too, level 20 zone. So this type of the doors, if you see that type of building, you want to do it. So let's see what level 20 boss is here. And that's infected or diseased squire, and there we go, he is dead. So let's load him. Sledgehammer, bad. Right, so let's move on to level 30 boss. Alright guys, now we are in level 30. So let's see what's the boss inside here. In level 30 the bosses will start, some bosses will run, so have that in mind. Right, we have cystic choir, infected cystic choir, and there we go. I kill some zombies. Not bad, really bad. Alright, let's move on to the next boss, which is level 40. Right, here we are guys, in level 40 zone. We go to Daniela's shop and let's see what's the boss here. So once you get to level 30, the bosses get much tougher. After level 30, all the bosses are tougher and stronger. This is a titan. This is just a bloody titan. We should die quite fast. When I keep some distance, tune in him, and there we go. There's a titan right there. We just kill some zombies so we can get to the loot. And really bad, unfortunately. So the next boss is level 50. Let's go guys. And here we are guys in level 50 zone. Let's see what's the boss here. We have tentacled choir. This one will take a bit longer to kill than the other ones. Tentacle enemies have more HP. So yeah, and there we go. That's the tentacled choir. Some bosses are easier to kill, some are harder. But yeah, that's how does the boss... Oh, my bad. That's how does the boss fight pretty much look like once you are fully geared. Or shall I say maxed out, sorry. Let's see what do we get. And really bad. Yeah, that was level 50 boss. So as you saw guys, that's how it looks fighting the bosses. Have in mind that some bosses are much tougher, much harder. Those were one of the easiest ones. So as you saw, like an example, like with assault rifles, because it's a mid to long range weapon, you wanna have some distance, right? For example, if you were playing shotgun or SMGs, you wanna have like close mid-range fights, because you don't want to miss a lot. Or like if you're playing rifles, you want to have super, like you want to have a lot of distance between you and boss. So those are the ways you fight with pretty much every boss. You want to keep as much as distance you can. You want to shoot, run, and keep doing it. Or if you have a DPS weapon, you spray down the boss, run, and yeah, and do things like that. Now we're gonna be talking about locked doors. So this type of a building, that's a small building, and you can get to the locked door really fast. Each small building like this, like that looks like this from inside, has a pattern. And once you learn the pattern, you'll really get easy to the locked door. You can learn where the key is really fast. So example, if you enter the room and the room does not have 2 loot spots, it means the key is probably not there. This is the first thing you must know and remember, alright? If we didn't find the key in the hallway, the key is most likely in one of these doors, alright? So if you do not see the 2 loot spots, get out. Locked doors have increased chance of giving you a good drop. They have an increased chance of dropping you upgrades, backpacks, unique items, elites. So key is most likely on the body. Okay, here, yeah, there we go. So if the locked door is not downstairs, all right, it's most likely upstairs. All right, there it is. It's a wide door, and there we go. We go to the wide door, and we get the loot here. But if the key is not downstairs, this is not a good item for us. If the key and the locked door is not downstairs, most likely key is gonna be upstairs. And if the locked door is brown door on the second floor, the key is in a white door. So remember that, guys. So that's all you need to know about the locked doors, and that's a tip right there. Hopefully this is helpful. The rarity of the item does not matter, guys. What matters is how high are the stats and if the item has the right stats. I highly advise you, if you want to know if your item is good or not, to ask for the loot price check in the Different Tier 2 official Discord. The channel is called Loot and Price Check, and people will tell you if it's good or not. So I highly advise you to do that. That's the best advice I can give you, so you can know if the item is good or not, and you'll learn by playing the game eventually. Right, perfect timing, guys. We just got a Stalker. So who is and what is Stalker? This is the guy that'll like spawn randomly. He can spawn every like 3 hours or 2 hours, and he'll chase you down. You cannot kill him, you cannot down him. He's unkillable. The only way to escape him is to you either go to the outpost and you escape him like that, or you use your car and travel to the other city zone, and that's the one way of to escape him. And third one is to go get into the building and run through the doors for 5 minutes, and that's the way. There's all the ways to escape him. As soon as you turn level 5, you'll get one. So yeah, watch out. This one has tentacles. Yours won't be as strong as mine. Mine is very strong. Does a lot of damage because I'm high level. So yeah, and the XP you get from him is according to your level and things like that, guys. So yeah, there's the Stalker, guys. So here are the 3 ways that you can level in this game. First one is by killing zombies and bosses. Second one is by doing missions. And third one is by doing world events, or thing people like to call them purple zones. Now, which would be the best ways for you to level as a new player? I'm gonna rank it from best to worst, and I'm explaining why. The best will be missions. Why? Because you can do missions really easy. You can do it solo, or you can do it in the group. Everyone can do missions, and you will not spend a lot of cash on them. You'll be gaining cash and XP at the same time. So missions are number 1 for sure. Second one, purple zones or world events. Why? Because they give you XP and cash, which is really, really good. And you can do them solo or in the group, which is really, really great. And third, bossing. Now, why is bossing third? With bossing, you're not guaranteed to make cash. With bossing, you're most likely gonna lose cash if you're playing solo. If you are playing in the group, like a big group, you'll be gaining cash. But the XP is shared on the amount of damage you deal. So if the person does 80% damage and you deal only 20, you're gonna get 20% of XP of the boss. So that's it for the best leveling ways, and why are some like that. Now here are the 5 ways in the game that you can make money. First one, looting. Second one, missions. Third one, purple zones, world events. Fourth one, bossing. And fifth one, by selling enhancers. Now we're gonna rank from the best to the worst money making ways, and explain you why. First one, looting. Looting is 100% the best way of making cash. Why? Because you're guaranteed to make cash if you're doing things right. Like, you can make so much cash out of looting, it's insane, alright guys? Second one, missions. You are also guaranteed to make cash if you are doing things right. Like, it's really hard. Like, you must be doing things like, you must be getting hit non-stop and dying a lot to not be making cash. So missions are second. Third one, purple zones. Why purple zones? Well, they give you cash after you do them, and plus if you have a boss there, you can get the item from a boss. Next one is enhancers. Enhancers you can get once you fill up your XP bar, which once you go to the full stats. So for Rare Enhancer level 50 you need 500k XP, and for level 50 Elite Enhancer you need 5 million XP. Right now Elite Enhancer goes from 250 to 300k, and Rare Enhancer goes from 20 to 25k each. And the last one, bossing. Why is bossing the last? Well, bossing is a gamble. You are never guaranteed to make money of bossing. If you are playing in the group, you will save a lot of cash, and you probably will make some cash, but you're never guaranteed to make cash of bossing. But bossing can be the best way of making cash if you're lucky, if your RNG is really good, so have that in mind. So I made this list like this because bossing is not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to make cash, so yeah. So there are 3 types of consumables that you can get and are really cheap and can help you quite a lot. The cheapest one is coffee granules, which gives you the stimulated buff for 10 minutes. The second one is iced coffee, gives you also stimulated. The third one is energy drink, which also gives you stimulated for 10 minutes. So what does stimulated does, alright? So once we use the energy drink or whatever we use, we get stimulated, and that gives us 5% movement speed, 5% aim speed, and 5% attack speed. I highly advise you to get with yourself coffee granules or iced coffee or energy drink when you're bossing or loading whatsoever. I highly advise you to have one with you because it'll save you a lot of time. So once you're in the game, what should you do? Where should you start? So once you get into the game, you're gonna have Ivanov, you're gonna have 60 ACP rounds, you're gonna have some damage items on you, and you're gonna have 2x4. So once you start, you wanna go to the Outpost leader and gonna talk to him, and he's gonna tell you loot 5 items and return to the chief banks in the police department. Double to receive a reward. All right, we do that. I'm gonna show you now. I'm gonna go and loot 5 items. I'm gonna go here. The first building that we see, and we're gonna loot our 5 items. So 1 item, use that. Oh, maybe we need to pick it up, right? First item, we're gonna pick it up. Second item, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Right, third item, two more guys. Fourth item, and 1 more. We're gonna get it right here. 5th. And now we go back to the outpost and we just follow what the outpost leader says to us. Like whatever he wants us to do, we just follow that, and you do that until you reach, like, try to do as many quests like they're close to you, to like until you reach like a level 20, and try to, like, you do some quests until you run out of quests of your level, then go loot, and after you're done with looting, go kill bosses, or you can do purple zones. Now we're gonna go back to him. I'm gonna get the other quest, which I don't know what's gonna be like, but there we go. He says list an item for sale with the trader and turn to chief banks. All right, so that's the next thing. I'm gonna list an item for trade that's gonna be like for sale, and it's gonna be like this thing. We're gonna list it for $1. So good luck to somebody. All right, we have done that. We earned some cash. The next thing is scrap an item at trader and turn to chief banks. All right, so now we're gonna scrap the item. which is gonna be fuel. Done. And return again. And you just follow pretty much what he says, guys. Buy repository shotgun, and there we go. That's like the last thing that we need to do. So we buy repository. I mean, that's not the last thing we have to do. We're just gonna do it. There we go. We buy that and we return. And you pretty much follow what this guy tells you. And there we go. We got 20 gauge shells also. So there we go. We just made some cash, XP, and ammo. So just follow what this guy is telling you to do. Do the quests in Outpost. Like, talk to every NPC you see in the game, because they'll give you a quest. Do the things according to your level. Be in the zone according to your level. Once you get to learn more about the game and once you feel more comfortable with it, you can try to go to higher level areas. But I highly advise you to not go to any areas that are 5 levels above you or more. Which bosses to avoid and why? So there are 2 bosses that I'll highly advise you to avoid at the start, which is Tendril and Reaper. Tendril, you start seeing her from level 15. She's not gonna be that fast in level 15 and that tanky, but once you get to the higher levels, like once you get to level 30, she can be quite fast. And if you miss some shot, she's gonna kill you really fast. She has insane DPS. So watch out for her. If you do not feel comfortable, like if your aim is really not good and you do not have enough mobility and damage, watch out for her. The other one, Reaper. That guy is gonna one-shot you. He's gonna jump on you. If you do not dodge on time, he's gonna kill you. So you need to practice your dodge timing or gotta keep a lot of distance. And it's not worth it to lose XP for just those 2 bosses. I highly advise you to skip them. I advise you to start doing them once you get to level 50. You can start practicing them. That's my advice for you. So a lot of questions that people ask is, when to do Calmer and Sun? When do I go to Calmer and Sun? Is it worth it? Well, you want to go to Calmer and Sun once you're level 50, because if you go to the Calmer and Sun sooner, like if you're level 30, 40, you won't be able to get item about the level. So you're getting the items according to your level. You cannot get item higher than your level, so have that in mind. Is it worth it to loot Calmer and Sun? Yes, it is worth it, but I highly advise you to, either you're bossing there, killing bosses, or looting, I highly advise you to do it in the group. Because that thing is gonna, like, you're gonna spend a lot of cash in Calmer and Sun if you're bossing solo. Like, it's insane. So I highly advise either you're looting or bossing to do it in the group as a new player, as you're learning the game. So yeah, that's my best advice I can give you for Calmer and Sun. Are armors worth using? Armors are not worth using in regular bossing or if you're looting. I highly advise you to use armors only in Calmer and Sun, or against the world boss, which we do not have in the game at the moment, but will be added sometime soon. And now I'm gonna tell you why. Armors have quite low durability, and once they get destroyed, once you run out of durability, all that armor absorption is not working. The only stats is gonna work is like incoming damage, inventory capacity, HP. Those things work, but all that armor absorption durability thing is not gonna work, and you're gonna be paying a lot for the repairing the armor if you have a lot of durability. So I highly advise you to not use it for the regular boss hunt or the looting. I highly advise you to use it only in the Calmer and Sun. And guys, so that'll be it for this whole beginner guide thing. I hope it was helpful. I really tried my best. I've put a lot of time into this. I really tried to think of all the good things to help you out, guys. So one thing I'll ask of you is please like, comment, sub. You know, I really do appreciate that. It means words to me, and you're gonna help me a lot with that. Share the video with your friends. So we help more people. So make sure you follow me on my socials. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. I'm gonna leave it all down below in the description, so you can you know, come and talk with me on Twitch, where I stream every day and things like that. We can talk about game or whatever you want, guys. I'm gonna leave everything down below, and as always, I'm gonna wish you a great day, and I'll see you in another video. I'll definitely see you guys. Till next time, guys. Peace.